Greetings Librans, hey, welcome to your March reading with me. It's a delight to be here doing this for you, and it's wonderful to have you guys tuned in as well, so a big warm welcome to you all. We see that we're slowly trundling through 21, pretty much similar energies to 20, although it is a little bit lighter. We get a reprieve during this year as opposed to the kind of solid change energies of 2020. But this year for 21, we have Saturn and Uranus playing a major role in our planets. Those are in our alignments, those outer planets. There's 3 squares of them on February the 17th, June the 14th and December the 24th, which is a lot of times that it will square itself up. And when those energies happen, you might feel almost like a push-pull effect going on within your own internal psyche or within situations around you, whether it be your community of people that you associate, or the country you live in, or even intercollectively or at the galactic level. So Uranus is a major ruler of Aquarius, and the Uranus energies represent innovation, freedom, change, and escaping from our comfort zone. So we might all want this freedom and change that a lot of society seem to be seeking for. However, at the other side of the coin, Saturn is also pulling, and applying this pressure on us during this year. And he represents authority figures, rules, boundaries, traditional establishments, and most importantly, in my mind, the way I'm perceiving what's happening at this point in time on this timeline that we're in, is he is the planet of karma. Now, karma's been a major role player, especially in 2020. It will be for this year. It possibly was back in 2019. It could even be for a few years to come. So most of us here on this planet are here to grow and to have soul lessons to evolve. When I say most of us, I think that's incorrect. All of us on this planet are here to evolve our souls and to learn what we need to change, to grow, to become more spiritual beings. And the reason that we need to learn to grow and have our soul evolve is because we have karmic issues from the past that will be blurring us or have held us back from spiritual growth and evolution. So these periods of time are shaking us awake. They're very important that we do our own personal karmic work, because when we do, we evolve. We'll be able to get out of the tethers, if you like being jailed and going through the same thing over and over and over. You know how some people ask, why do I end up attracting the same type of relationships time and time again? Or why do I end up with the same health issues? Or why do I end up with no money? It's because you haven't learnt the karmic lesson yet that you came in to learn, and you keep repeating it until you've learnt it. So these are powerful times of being able to free up your soul and move to the next level, to feel that lightness when we manage to escape some of the karmic lessons that we've been here to learn. It's just like sitting an exam at school. When you sit that exam and you pass and you get that tick and you move up to the next level or the next grades, it's the same type of scenario, to kind of paraphrase it. So anyhow, we'll be using those 3 decks of cards that you see there in front of you, maybe more. We'll see how it works out. But before we start your reading, I did some intuitive work for you. Well, these are the messages that arrived. Feeling the need to be heard. It seems as though some of you are feeling the need to be heard or wanting to speak up. Now, some of you might be looking back in time for some reason, and there's also a need to focus on clear communication, and this could be to do with something on looking back in the past, or catching up with people from the past, or situations from the past. You're required to listen in this month of March, and possibly even right now from February and through March and April. And maybe you need to listen to family members especially. There's a child, maybe even a daughter for some of you, that needs extra time or listening to, or this going back in time, or the need for clear communication. It seems as though you're at a choice point. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but the words tie together, and there's an arrow between them, and it's like choice, arrow, point. For some of you, perhaps a child is leaving home or shifting or becoming more independent, and it says think into your decisions, which is very easy for Librans because you're the mind energy, right? You're the air sign energy. But if you have a lot of decisions to make, don't be too emotional about them. Deploy intelligence and really use comprehensive strategies in your decisions. It says you have a choice to make in March, so take your time. Don't rush into any choices or offers or situations that want to present themselves. I think thinking about things is going to be important. Let's move these ones aside for now and start with this deck. Yes, I have them up the right way. This is for Libra for March for 21. What is it you would like them to know, see, understand, feel, or work with? So your first card out, Judgment. It's a big major arcana, and it's in the third eye area. So it's trusting your intuition, it's listening to psychic messages that comes in, it's hearing things. Remember I said you had to listen to something? The Judgment card is often very much about listening, so not necessarily speaking at this point in time, but hearing messages for yourself at sometimes the psychic level, and sometimes you'll hear it through synchronistic conversations or through songs. You might hear it through other people speaking, but there's something you guys need to hear, and it could be quite enlightening, or it could be something that changes the way you are thinking about things or the directions that you are going on. Technically, I guess he's come out reversed. I'll look into seeing what that means. You have three major arcana cards, this Judgment, Strength, and the Hierophant reversed. So the Strength has just been out too for the last reading I did, which was for Virgo as well. This card is a powerful ally for you in terms of regaining personal inner strength, and it may come from a shift, a juxtaposition, or something you make a change about in your life which could regain your personal strength. This can also be about physical personal strength, so balancing up your body in particular, and this area of the solar plexus through the body. But this card is actually the sacral chakra area, which is slightly lower down, and that is our area of passion, ideas, conception of things. So if some of you have felt blocked or a bit blah, or things haven't been flowing, then increasing your physical vitality in life, or allowing your soul strength or your inner strength to shine again, may increase your ability to power up your ideas and creativity sector. This Hierophant, when he's upright, he is the power of rules, regulations, government departments, things like churches, establishments, protocol along those lines. So the fact that he's reversed could mean that you are either wanting to break free from something, and that's what the Judgment is. It is often breaking free from a whole bunch of things that have kept you down or prevented you from seeing the bigger picture or from expanding. Sometimes it is literally other people who have held you in like a reign, like they've had a reign over you for some reason, whether it was emotional, psychological, whether it was trickery, or whether it was through firm grounding, or through like a physical restraint even. Some of you may have been physically restrained by something. It could have been an illness, it could have been a mental health issue, it could have been a lack of self-motivation or self-strength to break free out of a limiting perspective or a limitation that you placed on your life, or that had been placed on you by others, or restrictive causations such as restrictions of insight or restrictions of physicality. You may have been disabled, you may have been ill, you may have had lack of finances, you may have had the lack of a job, you may have had something along those lines. The Hierophant also has a third eye down here, which is all about seeing into your psychic awareness and ability, and hearing it and reading the messages and downloading cosmic information. But it's reversed, so it's like Did you see it all coming? Have you been connected to your other higher self? Because that's also what the Judgment card is talking about. These three seem very powerful. They seem very talkative. They've got lots of messages they're trying to put out. They're trying to show to you that if you have felt weakened, debilitated, locked down, locked in, lack of, frustrated, unaware, disconnected, you can break free. You have the strength to do that, and you have this as a time point in the year at which you might wake up and go, yeah, I'm really going to jump on this, and I'm going to activate something, and I'm going to free something up and become me or become myself. So the Ten of Wands is about the ending of a cycle as well. This is about freedom. This is about feeling as though you may have had a lot on your shoulders, or you may have felt weighted down. It may have been last year, or it may have been longer. This may be a karmic thing we're talking about, weighted down with previous trauma or grief or pain or disassociation or lack of connection to the higher realm or yourself. This reading's getting very deep. I'm not sure where we're coming from here, but it's being taken over. It seems to want to be going out very cosmically. It seems like this is a very deep message for you all. But the Ten of Wands is reconnecting with your Strength card. In fact, sometimes when you have all this weight on your shoulder, you need your inner strength to balance it out and to move forward. Some of you are definitely moving. You are breaking from a cycle. You are regaining strength and insight. You are understanding the need for change, for growth, for looking outward. Wow, beautiful. It's coming in on the side, which means it is still manifesting in your life, but another major arcana, and it is the Sun. The Sun is the most powerful of cards. Well, not the most, but it's a very beloved, powerful card of growth, of opportunities, expansion, awareness, support, happiness, love, romance even, excitement, being like the child in your life and bringing that feeling of the inner child into your realm, of not being afraid to explore, of feeling the excitedness of life and the luster of life, of regaining health after a period of illness, of fertility, conception, ideas. This is a beloved card when it comes in. It's also got the third eye energy, or the crown chakra. Again, we're in the realm of growing into this power of understanding the concepts of the universe and the knowledge that is available to you. Wow, what a big reading for you guys, Libra. I had no idea this was coming, and no idea that there would be such a depth of benevolence in the messages behind it. But when we get so many major arcana cards, we can be assured that it is a very powerful time. Two court cards. I talked to you, I think, about family members or something, perhaps a child or needing attention or being part of your life or requiring or taking time. These could be younger people, maybe a male and female, maybe an earth sign, maybe a fire sign person. They might be people who you want to give strength to, or you want to give insight or love or nourishment to. They may also be other aspects, because when the court cards come in, they're not necessarily people. They can be the energy of how these cards present themselves. So this is concepts, ideas, passion, new direction, energy, being fired up, feeling the activation. I also see the sea here in this particular card, and I think of spending, I think that's the sea. I'm not so sure. Well, I was going to say spending time by the ocean or the sea. We see the full moon or the sun setting. It could be the sun setting, and we had the sun right next to it as well. This is about communication. It is the blue card. So we've talked about communication for you before. So feeling fired up and ready to be ignited about a new concept or idea or communication. The Princess of Coins can also be It's a very loved, stable card, and it's about good construct in life and deployment of values in particular. So these values that were turned upside down here, and possibly that wanting to break free or not having been connected to some value or not having felt as though there was flow from up here, this could be coming back to you one way or another, especially if you are open to it. It's about the slow journey of the coins and the feeling, the groundedness of it, and the safe, precautionary way in which we can further ourselves on our journey, whether it be through our career or knowledge or understanding or principles or institutions. And it's about putting the foundations in for good financial groundwork as well. It can also be the offering of jobs or attending interviews or writing up your CV, things along those lines too. So some really nice cards that have come in for you there, and quite a story that was being told. Let's stop it there and have a look at this deck and see what is coming in here. Woman holding a heart, walking away from something, blossoming abundance, which we can also see with this Princess of Coins. The walking away was almost this judgment card as well. It does tell you to, it's a big card that gives you an epiphany of something needs to change, I need to harness something else, or I need to hear something else from many different aspects of life. The woman holding the heart might be the offer of love within relationships, possibly new romance. Sometimes it's the support of family members and just love within a family. Let us see what else is going on here. I do sometimes think when I see hearts like that out in the open that heart health also needs to be taken into consideration, and monitoring your heart health and making sure you're doing things that are in harmony with that. This is for Libra. What else is in store here for them from this deck? Oops. Oh, that is so amazing. Again, this happened for Virgo, the two lions that came out. It's just amazing. There's the action card. That's also movement forward. This is the power of the spiritual aspects of life and really understanding the journey of the soul and being able to bring into balance the harmony fields, the yin yang, black and white, night and day, male and female. It's also about action, movement in life, which we saw with the judgment card. Sometimes this means moving house, changing things around in your house, upgrading, upspeaking, decorating. It can also mean traveling by car, new jobs that move you away from where you currently live. And beautiful message again, Archangel Metatron, who's very, very good with children. So if there are any issues on your mind with family members or children or younger people, this is the Archangel to call in. He's also dealing with the third eye energy, which is where you started with the judgment card in real terms, that high energy coming in and the need to understand your psychic messages, your ability and connection to that for the month as well. The energy, the strength card and the two lions that have deployed themselves, this is two readings in a row where these have come out individually. So there's something maybe about the month of March where strength is regarnished or redeployed, or people need to find their inner strength to move forward or to regain physical balance or emotional balance. This is an opportunity when this is around. You might also like to utilize the lion energy and find his personal power and know that he's backing you, as well as this angel. You may receive new spirit guides in this month. Pets may also be playing a role in your life as well. Now, just to finish with this, we have a few cards from this deck. Attending seminars and workshops, attending and giving speeches as part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning and listening as well. Earth Angel, you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. That is a very beautiful message. Some of you will understand that message, others will ponder what does it mean. Law of attraction, relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are changing as you become more sensitive and aware of your energies. And it's sat right on the Judgment card, and that is exactly what the Judgment card refers to at its basic level, if you like. So usually when one change comes in, we make room for other new aspects of us to come in as well. Wow, guys, Earth Angel and a powerful light worker. So some of you are really opening up to the spiritual realm of life and to the spiritual aspects and teachings. And remember too that workshops and seminars were part of your gift to give to others in the modality of healing, growth, ascension and learning. And of course we learn ourselves when we do these or attend them as well. So for some of you, and as I said, some you will understand this and be really connected to it, and others you might find this part of the message a little less meaningful or interesting. But during your years, you may grow into becoming aware that you are an Earth Angel and also a powerful light worker. The two of those seem to me to go very hand in hand. It also says it is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. And what were these two cards about? Power and inner strength. And knowing that your inner strength or power doesn't have to be forceful or physical. It's an internal strength, and it enables you to create power that gives the gift of light and insight and healing to others and to Earth, Gaia, our mother that we're here living on. I said, didn't I, there was a lot of talking that was coming with this reading. There were a lot of powerful cards. I feel there's a lot of energy surging through, especially with these two cards at the end, but also these two here slightly in the background for you. So you can utilize this energy portal to be stimulated for the month of March and take it right through as long as you like in the year. And reharmonize your energy fields, bring the light in, bring in the power and the spiritual blessings and the service of love, and all flow will emanate from that and give you a heightened awareness and awakening and like an understanding of so much more that is that you are. So thank you, Librans, for a beautiful reading. It's been a very powerful one. As I said, I feel the energy in the room as we finish off this reading for you, and I trust that you have fully enjoyed the messages that have come, and may you feel the love that is emanating from these cards and from the reading and the words that have been brought in. So thank you for subscribing, for being involved in Team Celestial, for leaving your comments, and for being beacons of light. Much love, everyone. Namaste.